Picture this. You're at an airport watching planes take off and land. Everything seems perfectly coordinated and every plane is where it needs to be exactly. Although, when was the last time your flight got delayed? Imagine something like this happened with freight trains. Sorry folks, your freight delivery is delayed because your locomotives are stuck in Denver enjoying the scenery. Well, not a great business idea, right? That's exactly what my research is about. Trains not only need to be at the right place at the right time, but also they require the right number of locomotives to pull their massive loads. Unlike planes where one jet engine is enough, trains require multiple locomotives based on weights, route conditions, and terrain. Now, imagine Rocky Mountains, steep grades, unpredictable weather, and winding tracks. Going up the hill, you might require 5 locomotives, and once you reach the flatter ground, you might only require 3 locomotives. What are the 2 extra locomotives doing at that point? Well, at that point, it's just enjoying a joyride. And here's the problem. Locomotives are very expensive to own, they burn fuel, and they take up valuable space in the system. And this is where my research comes in. I figure out exactly where the extra locomotives have to be relocated at what time throughout the week. And I assign these locomotives strategically such that the power can be balanced across the network at a weekly level. Let's take Oregon, for example. It produces a bunch of lumbers that sends out many trains to a lot of different areas in the western United States. However, it might not have as many inbound trains. There's a mismatch. There are terminals where it has a lot of extra locomotives sitting around, whereas there are terminals where locomotives are not there when they're needed. So to resolve this imbalance, also, we want to create a strategic plan where locomotives are assigned such that the locomotives are at the terminals where they started at the end of the week compared to at the start of the week. And to think that we live in a perfect world where everything goes as planned. We all learned our lesson 5 years ago. Freight systems have constant curveballs thrown at them, unpredictable weather, inaccurate predictions of cargo, and train delays. To adapt our system to these unpredicted delays and adapt our plan according to these real-time disruptions, my research takes a step further and see how our assignment plans should be adjusted strategically and tactically such that we can fight against the disruptions and fight for the resilience of supply chain systems. Because let's be honest, we don't want to experience another toilet paper shortage.